everyone, it's Samantha. This is Olivia's 4-month update and my 4-month postpartum update. So first I'm going to talk about postpartum really quick because it's super duper short. I feel amazing. I feel almost completely back to normal. Of course, I still have a little bit of numbness and tenderness at my C-section incision, but other than that, I hardly ever feel any sort of pelvic discomfort anymore, which is great. It's finally going away. The only thing that I've had on and off is cramping, like period cramps. During the times where I'm crampy, I do get extra moody. I do get kind of bloated. I get the PMS symptoms, just no period. It's like for a day or two, I feel kind of like I'm about to get my period and then nothing ever comes. And that's happened to me like 3 times or so. So I think my body's just really trying to get back into having a period. So far, that's the only thing that's gone on. I feel great. Oh, I thought of one other postpartum thing. My hair is falling out so much more than last month. You can see my hairline is just really terrible in the front. It's just all gone and I have so much breakage in there, but I've heard that it'll get better about the year mark, so I'm just rolling with it. And I do pull my hair back a lot just so I don't have to deal with it. So like today, as soon as I got out of the shower, I pulled it up and it's terrible looking right now, but I don't really care. I just can't stand when the hairs are like touching the back of my arm when they fall off, so I have to pull it up so I keep the little hairs contained that fall out. So let's get into Olivia. I have a lot of things to talk about with her. I've got 2 pages here of notes of just all the different things she's doing. It seems like this month her development has exploded. She is trying to crawl so bad. Right after she turned 3 months, she was really consistent about slamming her head down during tummy time and sticking her butt in the air as far as she could get it. So she's really working on her legs, and she's really developed this leg thing over the last few weeks especially. She was doing that a lot in the beginning and then stopped doing it and started doing like mini push-ups where she'll have her arms completely straight with her torso completely up, and it seems like she just can't get her butt and her torso up at the same time. She can do one or the other. She's to the point now where she can get like one leg under her as her arms are up, but she can't get both legs and both arms going at the same time. So she'll either have her butt completely up with both legs or her arms completely up and both legs straight out. So it's really cute. She's really trying so hard to get this done, and she can push herself backwards with her arms. Her arms are really strong. She'll just slide herself backwards by pushing up and backwards. So she can make it pretty far going like that. And then she also can pivot around on her stomach. She's really figured out how she can turn, and she can turn 360 degrees in both directions. She just keeps going around and around. It's a slow process, but she definitely is doing it consciously, just like the backwards motion. She's doing it consciously. It's insane to think that she is so close to crawling. She's making movement already, but she just can't get all of her arms and legs up at the same time. I'll actually help her get her knees underneath her, and she will stay like that for a couple of seconds with her palms down and her knees on the ground. She'll keep herself up for a couple of seconds, and it is so cute. And then when she flails and her knees go out from under her, she gets so mad. She wants me to put her back like that, and she can't figure out how to do it herself. She's just not strong enough yet. But she really likes it when you put her like that. Now that's something huge she's been doing this month. She does like those mini push-ups all the time, and she absolutely loves tummy time now. She can do tummy time for a really long time now. Easily like 10 or 20 minutes. She'll just stay on her tummy like that. The other thing she really has liked is she wants to sit up. She does not hold it very well. She's getting to where she can hold it for a couple of seconds at a time, but she flings backwards, falls over the side, will fall forward. So I really have to keep an eye on her and keep her propped up. But she's doing really good keeping herself upright for a little bit. She loves just being upright. She does not want to be on her back hardly at all anymore. So as soon as I put her on her back, a lot of times she'll flip over and be on her tummy and play like that. Maybe the last week or two, she's been reaching out for things, like she's been reaching for my face, my husband's face. She's reached for the dogs. And if there's a toy that's out of her reach, if she's like in my arms or sitting upright, she will lunge herself towards it. When she wants something, she will try to make it happen. So to go along with the reaching and grabbing for things, if I go to hand her something and put it near her, she will just take it out of my hand. She's really good at that now, and she does grab for things that she wants. She's still not very great at getting things in her mouth the first time, so she'll pull it up to her mouth and it'll hit her nose or her eyes sometimes. It hardly ever goes straight into the mouth, so she's still working on that skill. She's definitely grabbing things really great, reaching for things, flinging herself in the direction of whatever she wants. So a big huge thing this month is we transitioned her from her swing to her crib, and just in the last few days she's been in the crib full time. Nighttime sleep with it was great from the beginning, but in the beginning we had a ton of trouble with the naps. Her going down for naps was just not working, and I figured out the problem was me and how I was doing things and not anything to do with her or not liking the crib. She's in the crib in her own room, and what I was doing before when I was putting her down for a nap is I would feed her downstairs, no rocking or anything. She would still be fully awake. I would burp her, then we'd come upstairs, change her diaper. I'd then put her down in her swing, and she would go to sleep like that. She'd be completely awake but drowsy, you know, ready for nap time, and she would fall asleep like that, listening to some lullaby music. Well, when I transitioned her to the crib, I'm in the room rocking her in the rocking chair for going to sleep, and she'll fall asleep while nursing, and then I'll try to move her to the crib. Well, she would wake up and be really upset, start screaming at the top of her lungs, would not settle down after that. So naps have been a huge struggle. There was lots of crying, lots of me going back and trying to check on her, comfort her. We had a couple of really tough days with naps. I was getting really desperate because one day she only took one nap the whole day. The rest of it was crying and fussing. I'd eventually just give up and get her out of bed because she was not going to bed. She was hysterical. Nothing was working. She was definitely not going to sleep at that point. And so it was really tough. And that night actually is the night I realized what was the problem. I got the Ferber Method book. It's called Solve Your Child's Sleep Problems. And I was reading it, and it's talking about when you put your baby down asleep, it has a tendency to freak them out when they hit a certain age because they realize, you know, the way they're going to sleep is different from the way they're waking up. So they get nervous, they don't like sleep, they fight sleep because of this insecurity that they're feeling. So for a couple of days, I was feeding into that insecurity in her. I tried to just put her down fully awake, but still drowsy like I used to do with the swing, and it worked. She went to nap as soon as she was down a couple of minutes, she babbles, and then she puts herself to sleep, and it worked so great, and it's been okay ever since then. I just can't put her down when she's asleep because it really freaks her out somehow. She really has to put herself to sleep, which is great. It's the best solution to the problem is just put her down awake. I'm like, duh, of course, you know, she was putting herself to sleep before. Why can't she put herself to sleep now? It was totally a me thing. I was just getting her too sleepy before trying to set her down. So we're in the crib, and I can't believe it, and she's in her own room, and it actually has been really nice to have our room back. I do have a video monitor, so I can keep a close eye on her still. I hear all her noises in the night. It's really nice for me to have some time right before bed. I used to read in bed for a couple of minutes or journal in bed a couple of minutes before going to bed, and now I can do that again. It's really nice. I love that. It helps me go to sleep better, having that wind down time. So breastfeeding is still going really, really well, and our doctor said we can start solids anytime now. We're gonna hold off and try to be as close to 6 months as we can. Of course, we'll start solids if she starts getting hungry, but so far so good. She's been doing great with the breastfeeding. She's still getting plenty of food, and she's getting really, really efficient at breastfeeding. She can finish eating in 10 minutes or so, and it's so cute. She's so dramatic about how she ends breastfeeding. She'll be, you know, snuggled up with me, and she'll be finished, and she'll just unlatch and do this big sigh and roll back on her back like, ah, I'm done. It's just the cutest, cutest thing. And she just she's done at that point. It's very dramatic and very cute. So she's been smiling a ton and babbling a ton and giggling, and this month she laughed at herself, and I actually did catch some of it on tape, so I'll try to insert that.
You think you're hilarious, don't you?
This month she's also had some teething pain. She definitely has been drooling a ton, chewing on everything. She had a couple of days where she was just super fussy during the day, and she finally accepted the pacifier. That's like the best teething thing we've found so far, and I bought tons and tons of different teething items. So far, that's been her favorite one. It's just one certain pacifier type that she can just chew, and she'll just sit there and chew it when she's having teething pain. And when she's not having any teething pain, she doesn't want the pacifier. Sometimes she'll take it at night, sometimes she won't. Oh, one other funny thing that she does is she turns her tongue sideways, like completely sideways, and I can't do that with my tongue. I think it's a genetic thing because my husband can do it, and I was talking with some friends and they said they can't do it, or some of them can do it. And it's just so funny. So she'll just sit there, have her tongue sideways, and it's really, really cute. So as far as things she likes, she loves watching the dogs, and she started reaching for them. If they're close by, she will reach for them, and sometimes pull on for her here and there. She can get like a handful of it, and the dogs just love her. They're just constantly in her face, trying to be in her face. I try to get them away, and they lick her, and I just know it's inevitable. I've listened to my friends talk about their dogs with their older babies and toddlers, and it's just inevitable. They're gonna share food, they're gonna lick each other, like, they're gonna share germs, and I'm just kind of like bracing myself for it and not freaking out too much. If she gets dog hair on her, trying not to freak out about it, trying not to freak out when they lick her head or try to lick her face. I don't encourage it by any means, but I'm not going to have a panic attack over it or anything, but I just know it's gonna happen, and I'm just trying to embrace it when it does happen. She also loves it when I sing to her, and she loves when I fake sneeze at her. I also, when she's on her back, I'll go and kiss her on her forehead or on her nose and make it really dramatic kissing sounds, and she just will giggle so much with that. Johnny blows on her stomach during diaper changes, and she thinks it's the funniest thing. She'll just grab at his face and laugh, and it's just so cute. She's just such a happy baby overall. She just loves to giggle and laugh, and we caught some cute giggling on camera actually just last night, so I'll try to insert that as well. I've been spotted. Another thing she loves is she loves reading books, and there's specific books, like I said, I think I said last month, she likes specific books. So she likes a lot of books now, not just the Bubbles book. I usually use board books with her, and she'll grab a page and like fling it back and forth. It's the cutest thing. Like, she's trying to turn the page, but she's not really turning it. She's just like flapping it back and forth. I think it's just the cutest thing. So it takes us a while to read a book sometimes, because she'll just grab the page and fling it back and forth. Some people have asked about her eyes, and they are starting to get darker. I have brown eyes, obviously, you can tell that, and my husband has green eyes. I was really hoping she'd get his green eyes, but it looks like she's gonna have brown eyes. The middle part of her eye is definitely brown, and it's still like a bluish gray around the outside part. So there's a chance they could still be maybe hazel, but they're definitely looking like they're not going to be green. If she gets my brown eyes, it's okay. I was really just hoping she'd have the lighter green eyes because green eyes are just so beautiful. My husband's eyes are gorgeous and I was just hoping she would have those, but brown eyes are pretty too. So we'll just see what they look like when they fully darken. During her teething pain spells, I did a lot of baby wearing. She's just, you know, extra fussy, extra clingy during those times. Seems like 1 week was really, really bad. Just the whole week she was pretty fussy here and there. And then she hasn't been that way much since. And I would just baby wear her during part of the day. We've got 4 baby carriers. One of them is too small. It was a sized one, and then we've got 3 other ones, and so far our favorite is the ring sling. It just is so much easier to whip on really quickly. Hardly any adjusting after I put her in it. I feel like with the ergo I'm still having to adjust it so much. She doesn't quite fit in it that great yet, so I'm still not in love with the ergo. And then the Moby wrap is just too much wrapping for me, and it's too warm at this point. It's definitely one that I'd use in winter way more than the other ones, but the ring sling is just so lightweight. I can pack it in her bag really easily, and I can just put her on me really easily with that one. Also had a couple of play dates, and recently she's been really enjoying seeing other babies. She had one play date recently where it was her and a little boy baby. She just stared at him the whole time and laughed and smiled and cooed and screeched, and it was just the cutest thing with them just both staring at each other wide-eyed like, ooh, there's another person my size. So she's really being aware of other people now and getting really excited about other babies. We did have her 4-month checkup. I've got her stats here. Her weight was 15.6 pounds, which is in the 79, almost 80th percentile. It was like 79.9 or 0.8. So almost 80th percentile, which is down from last time, but still totally healthy. And then her head size is 98th percentile again. And for height, she's in the 99th percentile again. She's very, very tall, and she is almost 27 inches long, which is huge. She's just a really long baby. And I've got her charts here. I want to show you guys the height chart. Look at that. The dark one is her, and she is just off the chart. She is huge. She's a really, really tall baby. And that's it for her. She's actually down for a nap now, so I'll just insert a couple more clips. So that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you like baby updates and baby videos. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my videos. And I'll catch you guys next time. Have a great day. Bye.
Those big old cheekies. Look at those big old cheekies. What do you think? What do you think? You just playing? Oh yeah, you're doing your Spider-Man. What are you? Oh, wow. What are you doing? Yeah, you're getting so strong. You're almost 4 months old. Can you believe it? 4 months. I can't believe it. Uh-oh, you're running out of room. The wall's right there. Yeah, you're getting further away from your turtle. Oh.
That's my head.